All right, we are live on the Minifan Show YouTube page. How's the hair looking? How's the facial hair looking, more importantly? I need to shave this. This is kind of growing in. Big show today. Steve got the living shit kicked out of him. Not something I enjoyed personally. I'm a Steve guy. So we're going to talk about that on Great Thinkers today. We're going to talk about, did we like the show specifically? Do we think it's one of the best shows to date? Just the fact that I'm teasing that, I think you think you know what I think. And then we're going to talk about, did Steve deserve to take the beating that he did based on, the fact that he didn't provide the audio today, which is kind of egregious, I know, and we'll talk about it. But either way, this is Great Thinkers. It's kind of like a pop-up show now. And yes, my kid's along for the ride, and the other one's there too. Riley, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Don't embarrass me. She's embarrassing me. All right, so my kid's embarrassing me, but Steve from Providence, not embarrassing me. TJ Hubbard, not embarrassing me. Patrick, not embarrassing me. Hold on. Chris from Wakefield, horrible camera, sort of embarrassing, but I think you'll make up for it. Guys,
a light on?
Yeah, turn something on. You look like a fool. All right, and I don't. Okay, so today, in my opinion, the greatest show today. I'm doing something. Here's the water. Here's the water. Okay. Greatest show in the history of the Kirk Minahan show, in my opinion. We're going to go around the room here. Steve from Providence, what do you think? Was this the best show to date for the Kirk Minahan show?
Are you done yelling at your kids?
I'm done. I'm supporting
I think as far as that was the best podcast that he's ever done, without a doubt.
Oh, thanks for elaborating. TJ, what did you think?
If it wasn't for Steve messing up today, then we don't get that show. So congrats, Steve. Oh, congratulations.
Patrick, what'd you think?
Job.
Best show to date? Oh, good. He's making really strong points right now. Chris from Wakefield, you're with us. What do you think? Is that the best show?
Yeah, best show. I think we were in line for a great show anyways, based on if it was cut right with the reaction, but based on what happened, it's the best show he's done, period, ever. And I don't know who's worse of a father, you or DEC.
Well, my kid is eating and has water and their iPad, so she's occupied. The other one likes hanging out with you guys. So now that you lost my train of thought there, but I was going to put, if you're asking me on my top shows, maybe we'll go around and say our top three. And it's not because I was there, but I love Steve, my good man, even listening back to it. And that today reminded me of that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but it kind of had like a similar feel where they just stayed on the same kind of joke theme the whole time. And it was just, to me, two of the funniest episodes. I think the funniest things I've ever consumed, like in general. So if you guys were to pick, could you relate another show to that today? Like, what do you guys think? Is Steve, my good man, the best comparison, Chris?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just something that came about and was something that Kirk just took. And just think about it. If everyone doesn't give their phone, so it's really great that everyone gave their phone numbers. I was pissed at a Google voice missed call, but it was just fantastic, just the way it evolved and that every single person was able to weigh in.
That's kind of a cool point because they took a bunch of phone numbers down to just potentially randomly call them, right, during the show. And then today, so many of them got to be a part of the show in kind of a bigger form than they probably would have, right? Well, that's kind of a cool thing.
A week ago, Kirk could have done this. A week ago, Kirk could have done this.
Moderator, I just passed it off to Steve. Shut your mouth. Steve, did you get a call today?
I did not get called today, but I will say that the only other two things that made me laugh as much as this was when Ben Robinson decided to chirp in about what he thought was good to listen to on the show. And when Kirk lost his mind about everyone at EEI, that stuff always entertains me. Also, Mike's stand-up made me want to crash my car this week to put me out of my misery because it was so uncomfortably bad.
What about you, TJ? What are the top? Well, two other shows that.
It's not. See, the thing is, with all the best shows, always involve and I hate to say it, always involved Steve Robinson. All the best shows. Either they're making fun of him or he said something, but they all do. And, his gaffe today made one of the best shows.
Yeah. No, Patrick, what's your? Oh, Jesus, are you there?
I'm right here. Yeah.
There's your audio. So, what did you think? Let's get your thoughts on today because we didn't get it before. What were your thoughts on today?
So I'm like halfway through today, but these are like my favorite shows when it's something that's not planned at all. Like the Steve My Good Man episode is obviously probably my favorite episode, and it's always the ones that aren't planned and they just kind of get a bit and just run with that bit. And I love those ones. Like these random phone calls when they call in supermarkets in Wisconsin. I mean, in West Kentucky, wherever they were calling, West Virginia. And I love these random things. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. So let's go back to the actual issue at hand, which provided the entertainment that we got, which was Steve didn't pull the audio from the Periscope yesterday. What do you guys think? Do you think that the fact that he didn't do it, does it deserve the amount of shit that he took on today's show? Or do you think it should have been kind of more of a 30-minute thing and just kind of move on? Do you think he deserved the shit he got? Let's start with TJ this time. TJ. Hi, TJ.
Hey, how's it going?
Did you not hear me?
I can't. My ears aren't on. I don't know why I can't hear anybody.
We're gonna go to the next guy.
Go to the next person.
Patrick, did you think that Steve deserved to take the amount of shit that he took today? Because it did actually. Kirk was really, really pissed.
I think Kirk was making a point, and he definitely deserved it. I don't know how you don't pull that audio. Dave Cullinan would have pulled that audio.
Let's not make this about me versus him. I just think, obviously, I think Kirk was pissed in the moment, and then he probably accentuated it to some degree. We all agree. We all talk to Steve on a regular basis, whether it's in the chat or whatever. He's doing a shitload of stuff on his own. It's sales, it's radio, it's traffic of when you read commercials and stuff like that. She doesn't understand. It's when you read commercials, it's prospecting advertisers, putting together a show. So you can see something like this kind of falling through. Yeah. What are you laughing at, people?
No, just I can hear Mike in the background too. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right. Chris, what were you gonna say? Okay. Were you trying to interrupt me? This is unbelievable. Steve, you're reliable.
This is great.
Steve, you are
right on brand here, Dave. Right on brand.
Steve, you're reliable. Did you think that it's the amount of you think he did it?
When it comes to Steve, I mean, the guy is not only the producer, he also is handling the building of the studio. He does the sales between Barstool and the show. He does a number of things. So, yes, the audio should have been pulled, but I mean, I think you got to give the guy a little bit of slack because of how much he does for the show. There seems to be an intern issue right now. If maybe that intern is available, maybe he could have done it.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. I don't know what's up with the intern. I got a call from the other intern today because he has to help with Mike in the Minifans, and he wants to know how to use this system that we're using right now, which clearly with all the tech issues, I'm a master of. But tomorrow, what do we expect? We'll wrap it up there because it's almost at the 10-minute mark. We'll start with you, Patrick. What do you expect out of tomorrow's show?
I don't know. I haven't finished today's show. I've told you this 3 times.
All right,
I'm halfway through.
All right, dummy.
Today's show.
No, what do you expect for tomorrow?
What for tomorrow?
Yes.
I don't know.
You all right? Okay. Steve, what do you expect tomorrow?
Well, Kirk seems to be tweeting a lot about the Boston Globe coverage. So I think tomorrow he's going to go heavy at the Globe.
Okay. And we got Patrick. Did I get your take? No, you haven't finished. All right, we got everybody's take. So thank you guys for coming.
I didn't really have a take.
Well, your takes would have been awful anyway. So, all right, thanks.
No, it would have been good.
This is great. We show up when we want. You guys always show up. So thanks for coming on.
It's the Mincel, Intel, if you couldn't F Intel, and how we got bewitched by the Kirkman spell. It just doesn't sit well, this should've happened sooner. Minifans get 80 shows, keep on laughing boomers. It's time for the new ones to explain how we arrived at the Church of Podcast Jesus, and now we see the light. Don't need a Steve or Mike just to make the evening right. We're bringing new school to YouTube, and we keep it live. It's the Mincel, Intel. It's the Mincel, Intel. It's the Mincel, Intel. It's the Mincel, Intel. Intel.
Welcome to the Mincel and Tell. Here are the boys.
Where's John?
John took himself out of the stream and muted himself.
You just cut out your girl, dude.
You cut out your girl. Sasha.
Yeah, dude.
Sasha.
You just cut out your girl, bro.
I was
Hotter
going by
than
the number on the top left.
Sriracha. I
What's
gotcha.
that about?
I gotcha.
What's up, everybody?
Nothing. Great day to be me. And BA. You want a big soccer tourney, right?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. So first thing I want to talk about, first of all, we got Tim Riggles on the episode. How's it going, Tim? Hey, Tim.
John,
how are you,
how's it
buddy?
going?
I like your flag. Let's go, America. You're really hyped for your squad right now.
USA,
Word
baby.
up. If
You
the
got one of your
red,
biggest
white,
fans
and
up there in the
blue
middle.
wins,
Stars and
Christ,
bars.
that guy's the
Stars
most
and bars.
annoying American. That's not American, I know.
Trump won the debate.
Don't tweet about the debate.
Your debate night tweets
I
were
sup-
so fucking
Nothing
annoying.
like live debate tweets with BA.
Hey.
because he-
Yeah, stick to
Stick to
spot.
Buddy,
sports.
Trump with the big W. Debate. He's debating.
Buddy.
He's
Stick
to
debating two
sports.
guys. He's fucking debating two
I have
guys.
enough people just
it's not
talking
even a
about
debate.
that
It's just
shit.
entertainment. You
Yo,
can't even call it debate.
I
anymore,
said
man.
that. I tweeted this out. I was
It
like,
wasn't a
I don't care
debate.
what they say. That debate, like, there were 3 sets of people watching it in my house in 3 different rooms and 3 different TVs. Like,
It's like watching a UFC.
it's literally,
fight
it's
now.
like watching a UFC. I was waiting for like, I was
pay-per-view.
like, yo, the only thing they're missing is an actual fight tonight, like a
Yeah.
full. And I think that would be a legit fight.
They should do pay per view. They make a killing.
Oh
They
yeah.
would, dude. They would.
Well,
This is why Celebrity Deathmatch needs to be around because, like, I need to know who wins that claymation fight.
Well, someone asked me, someone in the Discord. Oh,
It
sorry.
didn't-
Someone asked
it
me in
didn't
the
have
Discord.
the-
They're like, "Oh, do you even get the debate in Canada?" I'm like, "Come on, man. They get it in Uganda. They get it all over the fucking
That's
world."
your state-run television up there. I'm surprised you get any.
They're watching the
Uganda.
debates in Uganda.
Hey,
man.
any information on
Uganda.
Cosmos, Phil? Any word back from his family or loved ones?
Oh, dude, he's dead. That's
He's dead, dude.
We need to
Fuck,
go
man.
to Kenya. We need to.
We need to
search and rescue
find him,
operation,
man.
man.
It's fucked up that guy
Yeah.
died. So let's talk a little bit about our boys, Dave, TJ, Steve from Providence, who just laughs at Dave. Basically, that whole video. That video I just stumbled upon today, and it is fucking gold. That is,
great,
yo. Know how
yeah.
many views? Guess how many views it has?
Like 300 or something, right?
Thanks, Will. You just fucking knew what it was. 300. It's three.
You
It's
fucking
326. Yo, it had 28 thumbs up and no thumbs down. I was like,
was
wow,
good.
how the YouTube has changed, man.
Well, that was before the YouTube. Dave
that started it
Cullinane.
all.
Dave Cullinane
Well,
is
I'm
really
just saying,
revolutionary. You know,
Yeah.
he's revolutionary.
He's a founding father.
An
He was
idea.
he said that in the comments. He said, "How
We've
dare
had-
Mincel
we've
Intel
had,
disrespect the founding fathers like that?" I'm
we've
like,
had
"Are we
all
gonna
the founding
fucking start
fathers-
this again?"
We've had all the founding fathers on except like the founding father, Dave Cullinane.
Yeah, Dave
Well,
Cullinane.
that
He's
and
too
MHB.
scared.
And
He's too.
MHB.
Oh fuck
Yo,
MHB.
MHB is just out. He's a wash. Yeah, he's not.
MHB
Have you
is a
had Tree
bitch.
on?
Huh?
Oh,
I try to
oh.
have MHB on since episode
You
2.
you haven't
Yeah, he
had
said
I
Tree
text
Boy
him
on?
every week.
Oh,
pretty much.
gee.
Him literally the first week, MHB texts John and he's like, "Yeah, I want
He's like, I want to be on
him."
Mincel
first
Intel, and has basically dodged us every week. It's basically
Well,
a shtick for now.
Yeah.
Dave Cullinane, he's too scared to come on. He's too scared
I
to
know,
play
yeah.
basketball against John. He's Dave Cullinane, a baby back bitch, just
He
like
actually,
his OG
like-
DC. So we got Dave. If you have an open invite, Dave. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
We'll play the hits. We can play the hits too, baby.
We take all the copyright infringement strikes against us. Don't worry about it.
We
kid.
played porn once.
We'll take those right off the chin. So I thought it was funny when Dave's kids in the background started yelling and Steve from Providence just started laughing at him like he's a better father.
Well, Stephen Providence kids weren't around because Hey, how was Stephen Providence calling the box a gash? What a no wonder he hasn't got pussy. No wonder he hasn't got pussy in like a year or whatever. He's fucking. He's like, I got some gash.
Nothing like listening to boomers say like what they call vaginas. I love it. It's like bush or beaver or muff. Speaking of muffs, we got a fucking war going on in the fucking Discord. Let's touch on the topic being like we were muffin guys and Discord guys, so we don't know where to stand.
we gotta legalize the muffin, man. You're getting.
I tweeted out free the muff, bro.
Discord's dead. You're getting banned for posting muffins. It's sad. It used to be a great place, and now it's sad. It's
a lot of people are saying it was taking over a totalitarian government.
Yeah,
a supreme leader. Some say.
What happened to Mod BA? Does he not exist anymore?
Dude, I would DM Patrick all the time back in the day and be like, whenever BA just goes over the line and you want to replace him with me, that's fine. I'm like,
they need a guy. They're taking it too serious. They need a guy that's loosey goosey, breaks the rules. You got to break the rules.
You're loose, BA.
You see it.
Loosey goose. I was the dirty mod, man.
We're basically at a point in time where I think everybody just has their own Discord server. So there needs to be somebody said a clan war, either a clan war or a Thanksgiving dinner like the Indians and Pilgrims pretended to have when they wrote.
How many private threads or private chats have been created in the last week and a half?
Dude, I'm in literally.
People are saying the 50 is the new Discord 2.0, and thank God for the resurrection.
People, you mean you?
It's been Chi and Cullinane were in there.
Yo, the 50 is pretty much somewhere.
I haven't seen Chi and Cullinane in the same place at the same time since the glory days of the original Discord.
Yeah, Chi was giving us some advice for Mincel Intel. He told us to
put
Axon Agu over the E. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, to market ourselves to our European audience.
He's probably high on Kava or whatever, but yeah, it's probably
Kava?
I don't know. You gotta Google it. I Googled it one night, and I don't even know. It's something Chi would do.
Dude.
He's the best. He's the best of all time. He's a sheriff. If you don't like Law and Order, you don't like Chi because you don't like the sheriff. And if you don't like that shit.
Doesn't Phil hate Chi?
I'm out.
Phil hates Chi. I think Chi hates Phil too.
Well, he just no. Well, I don't even. He said it would be fun.
You were just big bad number 2 back.
Yeah, and he said no. He said he hated me since the beginning. I'm like, dude, I don't even talk to you. I mean,
Chi's got to walk in the room and just pick out his fight, dude.
Chi from the beginning hated me, and then he loved me. But I'm the guy that brought Chi into the.
It's usually the opposite.
I brought me that's odd. He calls me the Fap King because he says I fap in my closet.
She's the
only
man.
between the hours of 10 and 2, though.
She's the kind of guy.
The first time I went at him with his scabby face and his fucking chick, I called him out, and he said, "My name is this, and this is my address. Come see me." You bitch.
That's why I like Chi, bro.
Dude, straight up. I mean, dude.
That's why I like Chi.
I've been on Chi ever since. I was his #1 fan, the first and only #1 fan of his show for the first season. It was glorious. It was a great ride. I'm looking forward to season 2, as is all of America.
As everybody, yeah.
We need Law and Order. We need Chi. We need a sheriff. And
I think Chi's like
the sheriff.
You think Chi listens to the show?
Well, Chi, I think he listens to some aspects of the show. Probably not the YouTube. But Chi, breaking news! I heard Chi's out of retirement. Season 2 is coming back. Have ahead in the boys.
I'm happy.
No, Wolf Eagle. It's not Chi anymore. It's Wolf Eagle. He's transcended. He's come together and then transcended.
Me and Tim just send pictures back and forth of Wolf Eagles.
How much Kava do you need to drink for that to happen?
Hey, Chi has Chi has an open invite on the show too, but he's too scared. Chi, be a man. Don't be scared.
No, come on,
that's not what. That's not the angle you want to take here.
Man, Chi, I'm calling you out. On the sheriff.
All right, let's get into the fact that BA scored a game-winning championship, world-class winning goal last night, and it went viral on the internet.
Yeah, it did. It did go viral. All right, let's see this.
Everyone be quiet.
Yo, play the hits, Dave. Play the hits.
It is.
Bang.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All right, let's talk about the fact that this was the
Look
fakest
at
setup
that.
of a goal
How about
ever.
the shot?
You had 2 camera angles, bro. This
Okay,
was a
wait.
production.
I want to just explain. So wait, put the
video back up. Put the slow motion one up. The 200 frames per second one we
Put
got.
it up,
Dude,
and
I
I'll tell
love
you
the
what to stop.
shotguns.
Stop. I had the goalie stunned in his tracks.
Look how small the goal
and
is.
I had the
Look how small
goalie.
the goal is.
stopped
Look at the
under
way
the
you're
track.
standing,
Yo,
though, dude.
that goalie tried to
Look
put
at
that
that.
shot
Straight up.
Look at that
If it was
pivot.
the person in
shot
front of you, you would have torn everything in your.
Look at that. Look at that pivot.
Look at those.
That's a
Look at those
that's a
milky
fucking-
whites. Oh.
Look at that pivot. That's beautiful.
Yo, I
Underneath
thought I
the
liked
fucking
BA
lights.
until I saw Will keep playing it because
How was your
until I
plant?
saw this
Kill the
until I
shotgun.
saw
Kill
this
the
right
shotgun.
here.
Whoa.
Tell me?
How was the plant?
This
How was
right
the
no,
plant?
keep going.
Hello.
This right there. The trot. It's the trot. The trot. Now we're not friends.
Roll the
Shot
tape,
into the
Will. I
shot.
want to see his plant foot. I want to see his plant foot.
Oh,
You gotta stop.
Oh,
Honestly, you
Stop it
almost
at the plant foot. Hold on.
Yeah.
you almost fell right there. You almost
Right
fell.
there. Right there.
Yeah. You almost fell.
Hey, privately,
Yeah.
Good. That's
You know
not
what
right.
they would have done? You know what they would have done?
Crazy.
They would have been like, take
crazy?
3. They would have been like, take 3.
What's
That's good.
crazy? What's crazy is everyone online is like saying, "Oh, it's a
Right.
shit goal" and stuff, and then privately, I have people, "Wow, that was a great strike, all finesse. You're a real champion." I'm getting all this stuff privately.
This
and
is
then
why
publicly-
Yeah, you want to? You want
That's-
to?
This is why we're talking about
Provide
BA
evidence.
going viral because this video got 200 views.
Comment from Fez. Looks like the Special Olympics with the Z spelled in.
Yeah, Fez is another guy who, like, in private, he's like, "BA, you look like a
We
pretty
stop
kid,
making fun
man."
of physically and mentally
I said
challenged
we look
people
like
on
a-
this show, please.
Yeah, they're way
that's
better
like a
than
small
what we
town
just watched.
Oklahoma.
We're 3 for 3 in episodes
Yeah,
making
I was
fun
gonna
of the
say
physically
that was
challenged.
way better than. Special.
So
We all
BA,
are
how
pretty
many
physically
did you? So what was that goal for? What? So tell me
I'm
where
in,
that
I'm
goal
in
took
the-
place.
I'm in the co-ed Tuesday night league at Cherry Beach in Toronto, Ontario.
What was the
Notorious.
score? What was the score at that time of the game?
It was we were in the penalty shootout. So you're looking at the Tuesday night Cherry Beach co-ed champion. There's 4 teams in the league, and we're number 1, baby. We're number 1.
Wow, dude, I'm
All right.
proud of you, man. Congratulations on
So-
your
In all honesty, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Someone hit the
Congrats, bro.
someone hit the post in the shot before, and the net fell over. So
Yeah, I
Those
see you getting like
Canadian
a,
fucking
I see you getting like a
goal
Letterman for yourself, like a
Yo,
jacket.
can I be honest? I didn't know they played soccer up in Canada.
It's called soccer too.
oh yeah, it's called soccer, eh? You know,
Yeah.
we play
you know.
we play soccer.
Nice, dude. Why are you wearing a pink hat and you got pink headphones?
Pink Hat Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know,
Yeah,
breast
shout out to
cancer.
titties, bro.
Shout out to titties. No box this month. It's all about the boob.
Yeah, it's all about the tits, guys.
you know, I
No
guess.
box. You don't need to respect the box.
But in all honesty, breast cancer affected affected my family and stuff. It's probably affected a lot of people's families.
When
So
is
we're rocking pink.
when is Box Cancer Month?
I think that's
Every
June.
other month.
Box.
Yo,
you
actually, I
respect the
think
box.
it's June because I was going through the
What is-
references and they were gonna do the pussy cancer 5K.
Pussy cancer.
Pussy, that's one of my
lined
references.
up on that day.
All right, let's get into the juicy details of the fact. Me and Will were playing Call of Duty with this kid this morning, and it's right as the episode drops. Will starts telling me the story of how he called Steve yesterday, texted Steve yesterday to ask if they could get some rental space. And as he's telling me the story, the episode drops. Right, so I look at the episode name, and it's A Tale of Two Interns, and I'm like, uh-oh. Well, dude, all the wheels in my head started turning, and I was like, why the fuck did you tell Steve that? And I was, dude,
Before
bro.
he told me to.
Before we
He
go,
asked. I mean,
I just want to point out,
Fire.
Will, can you show like the background over there?
Yeah.
Show your background for a sec, like behind you.
yeah, there's a toilet. I shit.
No,
in my-
to the other side, your other side. So that's what the studio would look like if you.
no, I don't think so.
What a fucking asshole.
What a dick.
I'm like moving, whatever.
Yo, he said he was going to ask a
It's fine.
different question, and that one was such an asshole question.
Sorry, I had
So,
to-
no, Will, you want to just kind of mention what's going on here? They talked about it on the episode, so I'm sure the 9 people watching know what we're talking about. But you
yeah,
wanna-
so I got the offer. Well, I actually talked to them today on the phone. You'll hear it tomorrow. Got the offer down to at least $70 an hour talking point, you know?
That's
from
not bad.
150K.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, you're
Dude.
we're breaking news. We're breaking news.
Yeah, we're breaking news here.
Break it down, like, yo, and I freaked out on Twitter because I legit thought that people were gonna come in waves to try to fucking trample up
I thought they were too, but it's been like 99.99%.
I got super fucking played on this one though, dude. Like I went out there and took a huge stand for Will, and everybody was like, "Hey, congrats, dude." I was like out there with my fucking sword and gun shooting fucking in blanks. But no, I'm happy for you, dude. Like I put it on Twitter. I was like, dude, he worked for the KMS show and got a job in the industry that he worked to. I mean, that's a successful internship.
Yeah.
And then we had our boy Justin today, like getting told that by Kirk, like
double success.
Yeah,
I
love that too.
Isn't it funny that like Blind Mike was part of the show or whatever, and then Justin's just getting Blind Mike's salary?
Yo, they would legit. We're gonna talk about this. Like that's literally the next segment we're gonna talk about. But they're legit just like being like. Peace.
Well, then no, it makes sense. It makes sense if you're a company, you reallocate funds to like a position that you want, and it's not really Mike's position. It's like
but it's funny how like
Steve's like it's more of like Steve's backup, like Steve's associate Steve, essentially. Junior Steve.
Exactly. And I actually think even though Justin's not on the show, I think like he's way more worth the money than Mike. He's gonna make it pay back his salary way more than Mike would. So
Tim, go ahead.
Tim, go ahead. It was just like a really big part of the show today that Kirk seemed really into. So can we get like a lead up, like the 5 minutes before you took out
to
your
give it
phone?
like break it down because
okay, Will, like as far as right when you're standing there wherever it was you were and you're like, okay, I'm fucking calling Steve right now, or whatever the text was, like can you just the 5 minutes like right preceding that is very interesting to me.
You think that it was a well thought out plan? Like me probably better.
No, I don't. No, I don't at all. So I want to know if you just came off a roller coaster, if you're just scuba diving, like
no.
He's just like, hey, maybe we can rent the studio.
I was on the phone. No. Fuck you guys. I was on the phone with Courtney, and she.
I'm fucking asking. I'm asking because
I went from phone call to trying to call Steve. He didn't answer, so I texted him, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, this is gonna turn into content for tomorrow."
Best producer in the business, baby.
Yeah, I can't help my parents anymore. But anyways, I wake up with a text saying, "Great, I'll call you after the show today," and then immediately realized that it was going to be content. So I sort of had an idea.
Well, we kind of. And I said this today. I was like, we kind of knew that once this dropped that you're working for her, people were going to make a big deal about it. So we were expecting it, but like, I didn't expect it to happen like this. Like you go and ask Kirk for some goddamn space in his building. It kind of popped out of nowhere. And I think it happened. It worked, dude. Here's what I'm going to say about that whole segment. Kirk legit let Courtney Fallon slide in that segment because he didn't trash her at all. He kind of spoke well of her, and at the end of it, it kind of sounded like it might actually be a good deal. Like, yo, if Courtney Fallon was around there and could just like, shoot the shit with them, that would be a pretty cool fucking episode every so often. And then Will being there and getting made fun of like in a glass box or something that Kirk would.
No, I think it's gonna be on paper probably that Kirk and I don't interact with each other.
I would make sure
it's gonna be a
paper.
lot like the internship. Yeah,
he'll fuck you up. He'll just see you fuck you up like mentally or something.
Yeah.
I think you have like a bag on your head or something.
Yeah,
I'm more
for real,
concerned about physically because I'm like at this point now I'm kind of like I let shit roll off me a little bit. I think I'm more concerned about the physical. Like Steve's got a gun there on site.
They just one day want a most dangerous game.
Yeah, exactly.
Will, were you at all shocked? Like, okay, so I always considered the way that the horrible pictures I took of you while we were road tripping together, just because it was funny. I always considered like Kirk's shitting on you, kind of part of a larger joke. Do you even after today when he was like, "No, I fucking hate you. I appreciate what you did."
Even when he's saying that, you still have to realize like it's unless he wants you dead.
I think he just hates you as he hates you as a person. Like he hates you as a person.
Yeah, I don't think I've done anything in particular that makes me hate him. He did say that
could make him hate you though.
Makes him hate you.
I think there's a
I
lot.
mean, you're hateable.
You hate him.
You talk a lot.
You are hateable. You are
You
super
talk a
hateable.
lot. You had long
Yeah.
hair.
Yep.
You,
Yeah.
you know,
What else?
you
I
you
always
have
said
like
you were
you have like this air of confidence to you that comes out of nowhere. You know, it's-
completely undeserved.
yeah. It's
Go
like,
on.
Pretty good at Call of Duty.
More.
Yeah,
we just turn this into trash.
You
You suck at
got
Call of Duty.
Phil, you got anything for me?
no,
Let's-
actually, I'm for in all
I'm a nice
honesty, I'm
guy, I'm
happy.
not gonna say
In all honesty,
I'll
I'm
do it off there. I'll
happy.
trash you off
Yeah,
there.
but
I'm
at the end of
happy.
the day, yeah,
I'm
I think
happy
we're
for
all
you.
like legit fucking happy for you, and I think you're like I told some people this, like, yo, I think you're gonna knock it out of the park. You did the good work for Kirk and them. Like all those promos were legit. You that used to be on Twitter. This kid, and I'm saying it this is like 4 weeks in a row, but this kid is doing a good fucking job now, and it's like you guys who kind of step by step that it all started with the MAP and all them back in the day, but like.
And
It kind of all then fell on you when that
Yeah,
shit broke.
and we'll promote you like crazy on the Mincel.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
you'll
but-
get.
yeah, Courtney found. We'll definitely help her out if we need.
Well,
to.
no free
You know,
ads.
like-
In all seriousness, just to close this out, like thank like you guys and thank Kirk and Steve and well, I guess Mike and
I
and
thought
the
Steve
Minifans too,
weaseled you,
in
man.
general.
I thought Steve weaseled you hard, bro. I thought like he told Kirk that before Courtney even knew, and I was like, dude, that's fucked up for Steve.
I
to
got
do
a
what he
response
did.
in the morning, so I kind of knew that they're going to talk about it on air because that's the show. They don't talk about shit.
So you just hopped on and played Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right.
We could. I'm gonna.
Kings stay
I'm gonna
kings,
give this.
John.
I'm gonna give
Kings
this.
stay kings.
I ended. Okay, so I had like a
Shit.
10-minute phone call.
Yeah,
where I
dude.
was-
Season 6 came out last night.
I have
Shit.
I have a like a 10-minute phone call that I had with him today. Steve called me. I had to get off the interstate, so I didn't sound like I was driving on the interstate. Not going to give that much away from it, but I did end by saying shooter's going to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's. I guess you made content out of it. I guess Kirk looked out for you in that way. Other than the fact that you just literally got it. I said it
That's
was
not
a
even the
nice.
worst that
It was a
I've gotten,
nice,
though.
clean shit right across your chest, and then
Yeah.
you walked out. It was nice. It was
Can we get
clean.
a teaser line though?
Did you like
Can
it?
we get like
You
a
know, Odell Beckham
like a
movie?
teaser from the conversation, just like a little taste?
No, it's really
snip?
bad. You'll hear it tomorrow. He basically makes me pitch the show to him, but
Oh dear God!
Will's
Yeah.
like, yo, I brought him down. I brought him down
don't
in the
get- it's not
negotiation.
gonna make
I was
any
like,
sense.
honestly, take that as a plus, I guess.
Well,
if anything.
I'm gonna give you and Courtney Respect the Box. I'll give you exclusive access
you.
to Respect the Box.
Also
Print
another
the shirts.
another example of every time we're on blast, we fucking answer our phones and face it.
Well, they didn't call me that one time.
Well, they did, but it was
No, they
like
didn't.
the wrong
They
number.
called
or
They called
something.
me. They called
Yeah,
me
yeah.
twice. They
called
actually
you.
doxed.
And then you
they
threw
actually
me under the
doxed
bus.
me. I was actually one of the first
I
doxed
didn't
by
remember that.
Steve
Yeah.
by playing my
Yeah.
voicemail. My voicemail.
So this kind of this kind
oh,
of
and
leads
thanks
me into
BD too. I just
thanks,
wanted to say,
DD. This leads me
Hey,
into.
hey,
Can you imagine if you got Dave
thanks.
Cullinane though? If you got Dave Cullinane and you were fired that fast, like that would suck. That would suck. Let's talk about the fact that I think Mike is virtually just fired.
Well, he's not being paid anymore by the show.
Yeah, like
Maybe he'll
Justin
be able to
just
take
took
Justin's
down.
role.
Like I'm pretty sure Mike's not gonna get a
Wait, he's
fucking.
running all the YouTube shit, Phil.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be Justin the Minifans, and Mike's gonna be like
The
on the
producer.
computer.
That would be
Can't do
that
anything.
would be
He's blind.
fucking hysterical.
Well, I thought it was funny. That Mike was like, "Yeah, I may be back in 2020." So like, I'm pretty much he quit. You know, like you know what I mean? Like
I
he
don't.
didn't.
It,
He can't take a leave for that long.
Listen,
That's,
if like
If you're
Kirk
having a
said, if he's
baby.
going to get fucking help for what's happening in his life, and Kirk handles or has dealt with this more than any of the Minifans, but like, dude, that world is tough to live in. And if he can't live in it, I guess it's kind of mature of him to say he can't.
Can you
but,
imagine
like,
living in it with the lights off too? Like that's fucking
Fruit
sucks, man. I
Well,
guarantee
yeah, I get it.
that's probably
that's
the
pretty
toughest
fucking cold, but yeah.
probably the toughest like texter call that he's had to make. You know what I mean?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it sucks. It sucks.
I
for
don't
Mike,
think
but
it's easy for him. at
But
all.
but like I just thought it was funny where it sounded like he was taking a leave, but he quit. Like he quit the show. You know.
What do you think? It's harder to make that text or the text to Steve, thinking you could get some studio space off?
It was way easier to make the studio.
What are you thinking?
There was an error actually there was an error in the text, so I filled it in.
Dude, one of the first times I DM Kirk, I accidentally hit enter before I was done with my paragraph, and I'll never try it. Try to talk to him again. Like I
thought you got. Didn't you get the?
No.
No, nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. So
Mike's
Mike's basically getting
go ahead,
fired,
Tim.
and I have
You can break
examples
down
written.
Mincel if you want.
I have examples written. I have 4 reasons why I think Kirk is just literally firing Mike before our eyes. And
Okay, go through them.
He quit.
yeah. So first one, he's passive. Okay, so he's like passively aggressively taking it out on Mike. He keeps mentioning that, like he keeps bringing up that he's like passively aggressively like pushing him out. Like he's brought it up about 3 or 4 times.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean, well, no, I think that's just part of like I don't know. He
He's
has
bringing
mentioned
it up. My
it
number
quite a
2,
bit, him not coming back. I think he's just being
John, what are you
Kirk
talking about?
hopped all over a caller today that didn't even mention the fact that like he like mentally fucking is trying to push him out, and like this caller had nothing to do with that. Number 3, Steve at one point just started saying Kirk was being sensitive to the people, saying that he was doing this to Mike. And the last one is he basically admits it at the end of the podcast yesterday. He's like, yeah, that's virtually what I did.
Well, he squeezed him out. He squeezed Mike out.
If he did that, like, I respect that, but it's like
That's like you can't fire someone, right? He
No,
said it before.
no,
You can't fire him. He's blind. You got to squeeze him out. It's getting the person to resign. It's classic management 101.
Yeah,
Kirk's a great leader, great manager. He squeezed out the dead weight.
That's what I was trying
think
to prove
behind
here.
the scenes, Kirk is probably more caring and more
definitely
top of just being that it's a mental health thing. So the thing with Portnoy and the thing with Kirk is if Mike truly is only paid $30K a year for what he does,
26K.
Portnoy bets that on a quarter of one game of football.
He gave Spider
Kirk,
pocket change.
Kirk,
and it was 10 grand.
Kirk can fart that out too. So it's just like if they're really paying him what they say that his actual salary is, and I'm sure they probably hook him up for some other shit. Hopefully, like behind the scenes,
like a bonus. I think he got
here's
a
the
good
difference.
bonus.
He can come back whenever. He can
Here's
come
the
back
difference,
whenever.
though.
I think.
I
But he's
think
not going
both
to
of
be a
them-
full-time employee. Like he's not going to be full. He won't be an employee of the show. He's going to be a guy that comes on.
I think
maybe
Mike will.
once.
I think Mike will prosper that way. I think Mike will be better that way. What'd you get to eat, buddy? Ooh, those look like boneless bites.
I have a chicken.
General Chicken.
So do you guys think? Do you guys think he's going to be back before or after 2020, or you think he's
No,
gone?
I think he's done.
He's gonna do something else.
I hope so because I really like him.
I
like
hope
him
he has some part of the show.
on a personal note, just that like knowing him as a person, like I know.
Oh, me too. Like on a personal note, he's one of the nicest kids in the world. But
I
like,
like
you
him
can
on-
tell he has a problem with handling the fans.
I like him on the show for sure. So I like when Mike's on the show because I like his stupid
like the Mike
one-liners and
shows,
stuff.
too. I like shows. With Mike.
Yeah.
I think Mike brings something that like no one else really can in a sense because he's like that dumb idiot, but he has those.
Well, I mean,
funny
there's a reason why he
one-liners.
stayed around as long
He's
as
blind.
Well, it made me think of this. So, know how everybody says there should be, it's like a casting couch, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it should be like a fucking casting couch. I think it should be more or less like, there's fucking street guys. So, like, Mike would be like a street guy. So, like, yo, you go make your own content. If it's worth it, then you're pulled in. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of what the YouTube channel was supposed to be, but like, you have guys like Mike out there, Ted Sellers out there who are doing street content. You know, like even like people like Tim Riggles, like, dude, if you had Tim Riggles doing a man on the street, like that would be funny. As like, I'm not telling the show what to do. Obviously, we're not allowed to do that.
No, we are. We are.
Episode, yeah,
No,
but we're telling you, like, I think that would be fucking sweet, dude. I think that would be cool. Like, have a bunch of street people,
Well,
and
the
if
thing
they
is,
make it worth it, it's worth it. If
you
not,
need
fuck them.
Yeah, you need people that are going to be able to kind of pay their own, like make their salary revenue. You know what I mean? Like so that they're going to pay their own way into the show, I think. And you need guys like that are close, right? So you have to be in the Massachusetts area. So I kind of like them doing a show, just them two, and maybe bringing Carabas in. And
how do you guys think this week has been? How do you think this week is?
I like today's episode a lot. That felt it was very funny because like trashing intern Will is like that reminds me of.
I love that it opens.
Hits.
Now it opens
hits,
with
yeah.
like
The
talking
hits.
Minifan stuff, and then he goes into like I like that because it's like, yo. Also, it's like if you don't want to hear this stuff, like get the fuck out, dude. Like this is our world, dude, and we talk about the Minifan. Like I've been hating these callers that have been talking about and getting it in Kirk's mind that like I hate talking about the inside stuff, but
That's the best part of the show.
It's honestly our favorite part. Like I hate it this week because I hate politics, dude. And like I compare it, dude. I'd rather Carano on than what happened this week. Other than the vagina episode.
The vagina episode sucked, man.
Oh, you didn't like it?
It sucked.
Here we go.
See, I liked it because of the noises, dude. Those noises will make it for me. I'm just like, that is disgusting. And Steve just kept smashing that.
The thing is, you can't. The thing is, you can't compare it to like a Cullen episode or
it was
the
made in
Hammer
a
because
day.
I just think it was kind of a new take on a 30-minute show kind of thing. So
I think Kirk said that line.
I didn't like it.
The day before, Kirk said that line where he said that he was that doctor, the OBGYN doctor, and then from there. He kind of made it up in his head, and Steve just did an awful job keeping up with him.
I have the total opposite view. Like I thought Steve, like being an idiot during it, that's when I would laugh.
That's
like when
you
Steve
laugh.
did that's when I laughed. Like when they were just calling him a pussy and stuff, like it was okay, but then it just kind of got old. But when Steve, when Kirk asked Steve, "Oh, do you have your Timberlands on?" and he's like, "No, I don't have Timberlands." Like that part, I started laughing. So it was those parts where I laughed, where Steve fucked it up. No, I didn't really care about I didn't really like it, but to each their own, you know.
So, would you like the politics talk then?
I like the Trump talk for sure, but I don't like.
We'll do what BA likes about the show. Yeah, that's.
Why do you care?
Who?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what he likes. I don't give a fuck
not
what
you,
anyone-
John. Why do you care about American politics?
Me? I don't know. It's a good question.
Fair fucking
That's a good question.
No. It's great entertainment. I absolutely I understand it. It's phenomenal entertainment right now. But like,
American politics.
Do Canadians by and large like give a fuck? Like, are they really paying attention?
I would say, yeah. I think it's the whole world's paying attention. Like it's like either you're a Trump guy or you're not. I think it's I like Trump. I kind of like Trump, so I like to watch and his if he wins, like it changes the whole world. You know, it's not just America, right?
Wow,
like,
that was inspiring from our neighbor.
But it does, in all honesty. Like I rather Trump win because I think.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact that
be
BA was just going off on his political policies last night in BC.
Oh, I had some good ones. I don't know if we could say them though.
BD was hitting him like, "What's your opinion on abortion?" He'd spit out his take, which we don't want to spit out, but. He answered the questions, and at the end of every one, he was like, "That was a good answer."
I was there. Yeah, some of them you can't share on the YouTube, I guess.
So, Will, what's the before we get into a couple of things I want to do, a new segment. When are you guys starting your podcast?
I think we're gonna try and have the first episode.
God.
You can't. Probably the 9th. We're gonna try and have the first full episode.
And it's just gonna be sports and shit.
Yeah, a lot of sports. We're gonna have she's got a bunch of celebrity friends who are gonna try and get on. That'll be fun. Me booking them. Hey, what's up, guys?
You know,
they're
gonna be.
Is it the 9th of this month?
How many girls how many girl guests are you gonna try to slide in and
probably all of them, I assume.
Nice.
Will's just that producer that everybody knows. Like, yo, he's gonna shoot. Like, yo, they tell this story about how he asked Kirk Minahan for studios.
Yeah, he's gonna start wearing a tracksuit and slick his hair back, have a gold chain.
So we got 15 minutes before KMS Brews, and we promised them we'd be good boys and stay under an hour. So we're gonna get into our new segment, which is we're gonna do kind of like a draft of references. So we're going to go to the reference channel basically in Discord, and the last 3 months we're going to pick our top.
I'm not going 3 months.
Other than Will, because he's a little asshole. And
I might not even do references.
BA was kicked out of Discord, so we can't do that.
I can't see what you're I left on my own. I left on my own accord, and then I got banned. So
all right, so let's start with our 4 picks. Will, who do you have for your 4th favorite reference?
My 4th favorite reference, poopy balls.
I saw poopy balls in there.
Yeah,
I don't see. I was trying to think of like if we should try to figure out what that had reference to. I don't remember.
Back to front. It's back to front.
Poopy balls.
Poopy balls.
BA, who do you have for 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I like I don't really have many to look at, but the Led Zeppelin guy when he calls him Led Zeppelin, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, yeah. The Led
That
Zeppelin guy. That's a great. That is a great reference.
Let's go to Phil.
I'm gonna go with this is a quote. The Intel show I think stinks.
I saw that one.
That's I like when he trashes us.
That's a recurring theme too. I think he called the show today shitty. Also.
Yeah.
Did he call us?
Did
he call us?
While shitting on me, he shit on the whole show. Yeah, he's like, I don't know why they keep him on that shitty show.
We put the sound of the podcast right out top, so he probably doesn't even listen now. Like he doesn't. He won't even give it the time
He's
of
like,
day.
what the fuck? No, I think he listens to. I think we're his favorite show. He just doesn't want to admit it. Just like Manners.
Like Manners.
Just like Manners. He actually watches the whole thing live and stuff, but he doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to.
Manners.
Just like just like Manners. Let's see if Manners actually watches the whole show just because we're talking about it.
Timmy B.
Manners getting dragged too. He got dragged. Good for that. Good for everyone dragging Manners.
Timmy B. Rowe, who do you got for 4?
First of all, I had Led Zeppelin guy 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Did I take it?
I got to experience him so close up I could smell him. So it was potentially my most liked tweet of all time, and I had him hard. So I'm gonna go with claw and order.
I had that.
I claw while I sleep. My wife tells me that I claw. Especially when I'm drunk and I'm sleeping on my back, I'll claw up. So as a fellow,
you get a little lobstery.
Yeah, it's not good. So I understand, and the fucking struggle's real, man. Like fucking, got to stick together. So
enough said.
Claw and order.
Yeah, enough said.
Claw crew. Claw and order.
I'm gonna go with my 4 pick right now is SERN is A-OK with the GOP. That sentence is fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we like. Letters. There's a lot to like about that.
It's a lot to like about letters.
Yeah, I mean,
Will, go ahead. Hold on, I'll be right back. Will, go ahead. Your 3 pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a classic here. Things take time. If you live your life by that motto,
it's a good one. Hall of Fame.
Things go well.
Oh, nice. Have my next
They
one.
do take time, but it all works out in the end, guys. BA.
I liked one. My favorite was the Dave, my good man.
Steve, my
good man. Sorry,
yes.
It was one Dave.
that was playing in the
words
at the beginning of the episode. Yeah, words tough.
So we're on Phil for his 3 pick.
I'm gonna go with. There are times when I miss Mike. There will be a time when I miss Mike. I think that was from
that was today, right? Yeah, that was good. That was
funny.
Good. Tim, who do you have for 3?
Amish porn.
Yes.
Just it spoke to me. It jumped out and it popped.
I want to talk about this. They gave up on Lewisburg.
Well,
hey, so I heard there's a rumor that John, you're hiring all these guys to call in because you want the show to come to around you.
Heard that
rumor. Honestly, I don't
people
give
are saying.
I don't give a fuck.
People are saying.
I heard. Oh, you seem guilty. You seem guilty.
Yeah, sounds like
Lewisburg isn't even that close to me. I would, if I was paying people, it'd be like in fucking.
Well, this is all part
backyard.
of the plan. You're trying to get it closer.
Even
it's
closer.
like, yeah.
That's exactly what I'd say. Yep.
Dude, I'd just hire a bunch of Amish people and just bring them wherever you guys want. I'm smarter than that. Like, I'm not gonna hire Adam the Jew to tell fucking Kirk to go to fucking Lewisburg.
People are saying, man.
Actually, he made a good point there.
That's just if you think about it.
His last one a little harder.
Adam the Jew, shut up.
My number 3 pick right now is my number 3
Killer
pick.
of DC.
My number 3 pick is "Let me flush this man." S.E. Robinson.
Oh,
Please,
fuck.
Kirk, let me
on my
flush
list.
this man.
Yeah.
It's one of the best lines I've heard in a while. We're gonna snake draft this one.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
What? Just so
What?
you can go again? Yeah, right.
No, that's not how it's working.
No,
I'm
well,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it
no,
is.
it
Yeah, it is.
isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, no.
This is a bracket.
This is
This
a
is why.
bracket.
This is why people. All right, go ahead, Will.
I'm gonna go with Ghislaine Maxwell. I know it's probably out there.
That's good.
Quite a bit, but the use of it, I mean, it's
All around play.
objectively a great.
Yo, it's to the point where I don't even know that girl's real name. I just call it
it's
Ghislaine.
it's just Ghislaine. Yeah.
I think that's her name too. It just like coincidentally sounds like.
It's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
But I think it's a hard G, not a soft G.
BA, who do you got for your two?
Fuck, I don't know if this is exactly how you say it, but when the mic sound is like, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid for doing this.
Yo, I love that.
That's my
That's a really good drop.
He laughs at that every fucking time it plays, dude.
It's
Like,
honestly,
he
it's like
begs Steve to play it.
it's one of the funniest lines of the joke. That's why I love Mike. He has those golden moments like that.
What's it? Phil, what do you got for two?
I'm gonna go with the like Beyblades in general because
Beyblade?
He would just blast the Beyblade song on the show is just.
I actually have
I
to
love
give
that
my
song.
nephew a birthday present right now. My mom sends me this just like arena, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And she's like, "I don't know. It's like Beyblades or something." I was like, "I'm so in. I'm buying that." Tim, who do you have for your two?
There was one that said Ruben stuttered, and so I don't remember if the guy that won or whatever he placed in American Idol, if it was Ruben Stoddard or Ruben stuttered. So it's kind of
It's
like
Ruben
a double
Studdard,
funny.
isn't
Just to read the name was funny, and then
Yeah.
on top of the fact, if they replaced the Stoddard with like stuttered, like he was a stud because he's a fucking dumpster, it just makes sense. Either way, it hit me in like two different directions, and
Sometimes
it was
like
good.
you're listening to the podcast and like Kirk will just say one of those quick like one-liners and you just start dying laughing just because how he said it. I love when that happens, dude.
It was good.
My number two is this is Steve from Providence. Spit on my mother's clam. That's a fucking fire line, dude. That's a fire line. Spit on my mother's clam is something no one should ever have to say. Will, your number one pick.
Good thing you didn't say gash.
My number.
Gash.
Okay, yeah. Well, my number one pick. Whenever this man is referenced, I kind of die laughing. But Sensei Nathan.
Sensei Nathan.
It's Sensei Nathan.
It's Harry's karate.
Harry's karate teacher. It's Harry's karate teacher.
I have a good
that's a
one.
deep cut. That's a good one. Will. That's a good one.
I die every time he says Sensei Nathan. It fucking kills me.
That's good. I just thought of one.
No, actually,
I thought
one of my
one.
favorite callers right now is Pastor Jose or whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
Pastor
Hi,
Jose.
Pastor Jose.
But no, it's funny. This is where if you're Brazilian, you say Jose. You don't say Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
That-
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say
yeah.
Jose. So that's where the
Yeah.
guy's fucking it up.
Juventus, like Juventus. Who are we on? Oh, BA.
So I don't know. I forget what the exact joke is, but whenever Kirk talks about his interactions with when he's getting a haircut, like a small talk with the haircut
Oh,
guy.
I like that too. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
What
know,
is
he
his
always
story?
has
What-
he has his like a signature joke that he always says to the guy.
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but someone will figure it out.
It's like a little off the top and then something to follow. I
Yeah,
forget what it is.
But I always
But-
it's kind of like the sensei.
Shut up, VD. I know Juventus is Italian. I'm Italian. Muffin Man.
VD's on a heater, right?
I
He's
like
a
that.
Willa
Typing it off. Is he
fan.
typing it off?
Hey, actually, Kirk, if you're listening, VD is a Willa fan. Maybe he's not going to be the top Minute fan anymore.
Ooh.
Exposed.
Somebody did tweet out something like shitting on Will, and the first comment underneath it was VD, and it was just like,
VD was-
"This is a
yeah.
trash take" or something like
Yeah,
that.
VD was like, this is a garbage tweet. Thanks, VD. Love you, buddy.
Phil, who's your number one?
Dale Arnold Ghost Hunter because I think of the gig Photoshop every time. The Photoshop.
Yeah, Gig's Photoshop is fucking hilarious.
It's so funny.
Yo,
That
Gig
whole
Low
thing
Key,
was
Gig
so
Low Key
funny.
makes an art, like a piece of art for every show made. Like,
Yeah,
it's
he
insane.
does. You
And,
can
like,
actually they should use it as the
wrapped
thumbnail
in,
for the
like,
show.
They should. That's what they should do.
That
Like,
would be cool.
that's the kind of like small stuff where they could use fans, and like it's just It's a lot of like extra work for them, which is fine. But it would be cool to use like.
How hard is it to change the thumbnail of the show?
Well, you can't do it
like
per
changing your
show.
picture
You
on
can do it
Twitter.
per show, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but
Part-
it's not
part
going to
of my-
show up
part
on
of my
Apple.
take-
I've done it a few
No, but
times.
part of my take does it. Part of my
Yeah,
take
but
does
Steve,
it.
they change their logo every time, so you would have to change your logo.
Yeah,
every
that's what
time.
I'm saying.
Not if you're using Anchor, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Anchor is virtually the same. Like I changed mine for the rundown and the rewind. Like I changed.
Oh,
the
Justin's
logo.
here. Hey, Justin, congrats.
Congrats, buddy. We love you, bud. Timmy, who you got for your number one?
Commenting.
Oh,
My
sorry.
number one was
Never mind.
LARP. My mom. Recently on the Poppy and Tim Power Half Hour, Medium Poppy and I did a deep dive into the world of LARPing, live action role playing.
Live action role play, yeah.
We were sniffed out immediately at a convention at a Holiday Inn and almost murdered. So the fact that this hit and this hit
Wait, really
social
murdered
media,
or LARP murdered?
It was going to be.
What if it was a LARP
combination
murder?
of? It was going to be a
What if
combination
it
of the
was a
two,
LARP murder and you had to
either
play
way, it was
along?
going to be good.
What
So
if it
the
was a
fact that
LARP
this
murder?
hit, this was my number one moment of the references that the Poppy and Tim Power Half Hour was at least recognized because Tuesdays at 7 YouTube
So
Network.
the guy just used a reference from his own show. He fits right in with us,
Yep.
boys.
He's
Tim. I think Tim is our most hated guest. Like Menners will drop our score 20 points to.
Oh
negative,
yeah,
I think, because
Tim.
Hates me. Love
Tim,
it.
you got
Hate him.
haters. You got haters, Tim.
I think
deserve it.
I love having you and VD back and forth. I like having you two guys.
I do.
If Madawaska Rob was around, I would have him on and Mark and Chicken Pea, and that would be our guest every time. I love those four.
Yeah, like
just
I
wild.
miss
lone
Madawaska
wolves.
Rob.
I miss him so
Rob.
much, man. I texted him the other day. He's doing.
Yeah,
good.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. We talked
Yeah,
to.
dude,
I
he
only
has like
talked to
a
him once.
smoke show wife and a couple of kids. He's
Yeah.
probably just living a good life.
Yeah,
not on the
and
network.
Smoke
and
show
Chickapee and Mark from
Chickapee's
Chickapee.
back though.
Yeah, he's
I
back.
might just
I saw
start
it.
calling
He's
him
back.
Chickapee, dude. That's a sweet name.
Chickapee is fucking awesome. He's always
That's the
he's always
rebrand.
going at me.
That's
Chickapee.
the rebrand right there.
Chickapee's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Originalist Dave with the get Jason from Attleboro on Mincel Intel. He's been on like 15 Mincel Intels. People just don't know.
Who? Jason from Attleboro?
Jason from Attleboro. My last one is send her a carton of Newports from the S.E. Robinson. Steve with the just cold-blooded take with the woman with cancer. Send her a box of Newports. Any honorable mentions? I have a couple.
I have nothing.
I have the Mamma Mia of guys.
We'll still have.
Cancer diagnosis Monday. I thought was pretty funny.
I have the Pussy Cancer 5K, which is a great fucking line.
Also, the just Buick LeSabres in general from the deer story. Steve hitting his deer and then giving it the mercy kill.
Yeah,
John, one honorable
that's not all I
mention.
got.
Just congrats to Will for from everyone here. So
yeah, dude, go kill it. Courtney's
Appreciate it,
awesome.
guys.
So, I was on that show with her.
So
with,
does that mean
Lucy,
you're quitting?
and she's been like
No.
a good friend ever since.
No, I don't have a non-compete. I don't think.
You know that.
I'll
You know the
check.
rules. You can't. You're
Manners
not allowed
would be
to
so
quit.
happy.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to quit until John tells me that I'm allowed to quit.
Yeah, we could only fire you. You can't
You can
quit.
only fire you.
There's only one way out of Mincel Intel, and that's in a box.
One day we'll quit, and then we
What
all
does he
said
wanna
we
do, the
quit, and then
road?
we
How
said
do you
we're
do
back.
the robot?
Now we're a show again.
Like,
so you can't quit, boy.
How do you do a robot dance?
There's any last things? What do you think's happening for the rest of the week? What do we see? Any Jared Krabis appearance? Anything for tomorrow's show other than Will's call?
Did you talk to Jared? Well,
no, I didn't talk to Jared. He was not there. I just talked to Steve and Kirk for a while. You have 10 minutes of me to look forward to, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's get out of here, boys. It is 8:00. It was nice to talk to y'all. Timmy, thank you. I love everybody.
All right. See you guys. Love it.